Today I want to go through and show you how to install the Docker engine. A lot of people enjoy using the Docker container system because it's a great packaging tool that packages all your software and its dependencies in an isolated portable environment called a container. That way it can run anywhere exactly the same way without caring about the operating system. But before it works, you got to install a few things in order to actually run a Docker container. That's what I'm going to show you today here on Ubuntu 24.04. Now I'm going to give you a few requirements. Docker is set to work on Ubuntu versions 24.10, 24.04, 22.04, and 20.04. These are the official versions supported by Docker, and it has to be of a certain architecture. So you have to have the x86-64 architecture, which is also known as AMD 64, or the ARM 64, ARM HF works, S390X works, and finally the PPC64 EL or LE. So if you have one of these architectures, you can continue on. And one other note to know that Ubuntu derivative distributions may also work, but are not officially supported. So if you're trying to do this on something like Linux Mint, for example, it may or may not work, but you can definitely try. So let's begin installing by first going over and starting a terminal. This is a fresh installation of Ubuntu 24.04 that I'm going to be running things on here today. I want to make sure that we can fully see the commands. I'll also post a link in the description below so you can check out the official documentation and actually copy and paste most of these commands, but I want to walk you through exactly what's happening here. So we're going to first upgrade our repositories by doing sudo apt update and then typing in our password for our administrative user. After we've done that, we're ready to install a few prerequisites, including we'll start by doing sudo apt install. We want the ca-certificates package. And I almost spelled that wrong, certificates, and then the curl package. These will help us install the Docker engine. Yes, I want to do that. And then I'm going to clear things out after those are installed. Very good. The next thing I'll do is sudo install, and then I'm going to do a space -m 0755. I'm going to do -d, and we're going to put this in the etc apt keyrings directory. So this is just going to create a keyrings directory in case we don't have it, so we can put trusted GPG keys inside of it, which is required for Docker. After we do this, we can press enter. And now comes the fun part, because there is quite a command coming up. You'll be able to follow through, but just make sure to double check what you've typed in because this is a long one. Okay, so you're going to type in sudo curl -fssl and then space https where we're getting the key from. So we're going to do download.docker.com. We want the Linux version, Ubuntu specifically, and we want the GPG key here. And we're going to output that into our etc apt keyrings, and we're going to call it docker.asc. I'm going to press enter, and now we should have a file. We can check if we have this file by doing ls space -la and just checking the etc apt keyrings directory. Sure enough, docker.asc is here, but we have the wrong permission. So we need to do sudo chmod space a+r and then space. We want the etc apt keyrings and then again the docker.asc file. That will change the permissions, and we should be good after doing that. Now here's the most complicated part, because this is where we have to add the official repositories from Docker into the apt sources. So this one's kind of annoying. I'm actually going to put it in the description below so you can copy and paste it. Might make things a little easier. Otherwise, again, go into the description below and you can simply find the installation documentation that I'm going to reference. Anyways, we have echo, then in quotes, deb, the architecture, the package, print architecture, who it's signed by, which is that ASC file that we just got done downloading, then a reference to, again, download docker.com for Linux Ubuntu, and then a few more things here. So after I press enter, that's just going to take me right back into the shell. But before we get to this, make sure to subscribe below, as YouTube can get finicky and you wouldn't want to miss another video like this. Also, smash that like button for me, and then I'm going to enter in one last thing in order to actually make the update for the keyring. And I'll do that by doing sudo apt update, and you'll notice something here this time is, look at this, get6 says it's trying to access this mirror https download.docker.com Linux Ubuntu. It noticed that there's AMD 64 packages available, so that's exactly what we wanted to see. Fantastic. Now that we have the mirror all set up, we can finally install all the latest Docker packages which will include the engine and a few other things to make sure that we can run Docker easier. I'm going to clear things out, and then here's a long one again, but a little more easier to follow. It's just specific packages. We're going to do sudo apt install. We want the docker-ce package. We want the docker-ce CLI command line interface package. We want the container-d.io package. We also want docker-build X plugin. We'll keep going. And finally, we want the docker-compose plugin. If any of these are wrong, we're going to get an error here in a moment. But assuming everything's correctly spelled, let's hope, we can just press enter and it's going to take and say, okay, I'm installing all of these packages. Great. It might add in a few extra that are dependencies of the packages that we're trying to install. Great. It tells us it's going to take around 500 megabytes of additional disk space in order to install everything. The default is yes to install, so I'm just going to press enter. And now we've begun the install of the Docker engine and some of the latest and greatest packages that we need to interact and run the engine. Fantastic. We're getting very close to being able to run our first Docker container here in just a moment after this is all installed. So we're going to try a test image that actually runs in a container to confirm that things work and that the engine is working. All right, things are installed. Didn't take too long. We should be ready to try and run our first container program. I'm going to do sudo docker run and then do hello-world. So of course, with your first time running, it says unable to find image hello world latest locally. So it's pulling it down from the library hello world. After the pull is complete and things are checked, we'll see a hello from Docker. This message shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. Fantastic work. As you've now successfully installed and started the Docker engine. This is super exciting. If you want to try something more ambitious, as it says here, you can run an Ubuntu container with it, which is pretty cool. But now at this point, you're able to run Docker containers directly in Ubuntu. One thing that will happen, some containers will require extra packages that they will install for running certain libraries and whatnot. Docker's pretty great about running you through all of that. Now, one thing I'll say and mention to just check, if you clear things out here, you need to check if Docker comes on automatically with the system. So systemctl status, and then I'm going to type in Docker right after that. It says here that it's running, it's enabled, fantastic. It tells us when it's started and what all is running, which is great. This means things are enabled by default and it will start with. Now, if it's not for some reason enabled, you need to enable it yourself. Otherwise, it won't start with the next reboot. So you would type in sudo systemctl enable Docker. Mine's already enabled, so it shouldn't really care, but it just did it again, so no big deal. And then finally, after you've enabled, you can also type in start Docker. Mine's not going to say anything because it's already started. And then you should be able to go back and check your status one more time. So systemctl status Docker, and everything should be green, ready, and happy. Fantastic. Now that you have the service running and you've made sure confirmed, we're going to clear things out and run through a very simple example. Docker is extremely powerful, so we could do something like run an Nginx container, which can serve a web server on a specific port. So for example, I could do docker space run -d -p and then do port 8080 and then :80. I'm going to call this name. It's a web server, and we're going to be using Nginx in order to run this. If I press enter, totally forgot to put sudo in front of all this. So I'm just going to do sudo space bang bang, press enter, and look at that. So it was unable to find the Nginx package locally. So it's going to pull it from the library at Docker, and it is available, Nginx. It pulled it down, downloaded the latest. And the cool part here is I can go on Firefox, and let's just check if I'm running things locally now. If I just do localhost and I just do 8080, look at that. Welcome to Nginx. If you see this page, the Nginx web server is successfully installed and working. That's how easy it can be to create a running Nginx Docker container. Now, there's so many other ways to do this. I'm not going to get into a more in-depth guide quite yet, but I will in the future. For example, like setting up your own Python app to run in a containerized Docker. If you want to check that out, make sure to subscribe below so you don't miss that video. Also, make sure to smash that like button. Congratulations on setting up your new Docker engine. Get excited about using containers and images with Docker now. since you did make it to the end, I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus tip. If you ever want to check what containers are currently running on the system, you can do docker space ps, but put sudo in front of it. I keep forgetting that. And if you do that, it says here, well, we have Nginx running in the background. 2 minutes ago, it was started, and it's running on port 8080, also forwarded to port 80. Fantastic. That's our web server. And if you want to get all of the Docker containers, even if they're stopped, you just do sudo docker ps and then -a at the end. And you can now tell that there are 2 different packages, including hello world, which is the one we ran at the very beginning and we pulled down after installing the Docker engine. Fantastic. All right, thanks for sticking around. Catch me in a great community on Discord, and I'll catch you in another video. Thanks for watching. Linux can be hard to understand, but I take the most commonly used terms, commands, and subjects in Linux, and I break them down into simple to read documents, including Linux terms, flashcards, a checklist, a cheat sheet, and a mind map. And if you're ready to level up your Linux experience and knowledge, go to SavvyNik.com now and get access to these sheets.